Hello everybody and welcome back to the Pure Farming 2018 pre-alpha build trial version. So we're going to be exploring the USA today to see what it's got to offer for us. It is only going to be a snippet, and please do bear in mind this is still the pre-alpha version. The final release is not until March 2018, so please don't judge it. In fact, it does say here, content quality is not yet final pre-alpha version. Many of the elements could be changed until release date. So this is just really to show us how they're getting on with the project. Anyway, let's load it up and we'll see what we can do in the USA. Right, so it looks like it's going to be a bit of harvesting. I'm not too sure what the crop is going to be just yet, but we can discover this by reading our tablets. So we get the usual welcome, and this is Chris who is welcoming us. But yes, it does say harvest 3,200 kilograms of wheat, deliver the crops to the grain silo, approach the combine using W, S, A and D, look around with the mouse, run by holding left shift, and get into the combine by pressing E. And as usual, we can press V to access the tablet at any time. Right, so here it is, the combine harvester. I'm just going to drop my mouse sensitivity down a bit, just because it does look around quite dramatically, if you don't do. And we're going to be using the steering wheel for this job as well. So off we go. As many people have mentioned in the previous episodes, the camera field of view is a little bit off, but as it did say right at the beginning, this is the pre-alpha version and the final version is a long way off. So please do not base it on this, because this is just to show us where the project is now. It's still very much in development. Right, so let's get this attached by pressing G. We can now begin the harvest. Now, I did read also a number of comments regarding a few people, people were saying, I don't like it because it's all quest based. There are 3 game modes, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so what do we need to do to actually start the combine harvester up? We need to first of all drive to the edge of the field, which we've done. Press number 1 to switch to the front device mode, and then press F to start the harvester. That sounds nice and simple. So we should be here, press number 1, then press F. Fantastic. So I'm assuming that 3,200 kilograms is going to be a full tank of the combine. I can't really see why it would tell us to do just a certain percentage of the tank. So essentially, yep, fill the combine harvester up, get the tractor, unload it into the trailer, and hopefully sell it. Now it does actually turn the combine harvester off automatically if you leave the field boundary. But you can see it is leaving a straw behind us. Very simple to start up again by pressing F. Now I don't know if you'll be able to actually continue running all the headers and everything if you're outside the field boundaries in the final version. I have no idea. But you see, the thing is, many things haven't been implemented yet, so it's quite tough to say. You can see over there, to the left hand side, we have got the tractor and trailer, which we'll be getting in a minute or two. We also have some cows as well. Animated cows, they are moving. Nice pun there. Moving. Yep, terrible, wasn't it? Right, we are about, what are we, a third of the way there? I'm going to keep going around the headlands just because it means we don't have to keep leaving the boundaries. We get to stay within the field and keep everything running. Now, if you haven't seen my previous 2 videos, then I would advise going to watch them first, starting from the one in Italy, because that is where I explain more about the pre-alpha build, which is what this is. Basically, this is just a demo. This being my 3rd episode in the 4-episode series. Having said that, I would like to do some more videos as well in this demo, so we'll probably take a closer look in the future. Okay, about 1.5 tons so far, so if we keep going, we should be able to pretty much be full by the time we get back to this point after doing another lap of the field, I would have thought. But yeah, anytime. We don't have to wait until it's full to bring the tractor and trailer over, which just I think it probably would be wise to. Can't really see the need in stopping first of all. I suppose it would be nice to look around as well, so we're not just going to keep looking down on top of the combine harvester. It does also tell you some information about the field number, and you can see how many, well, what percentage of the field is left to harvest, which is quite interesting to know, really. Maybe not for the small fields, but if you think about it, if we had some incredibly big fields and you couldn't really judge how much longer it's going to take, you could just simply look at the information page just there and you can see exactly how much there is left. Over half of the field has been harvested now, and I want to actually jump out in a second and take a closer look at these swaths of straw just to see the level of detail, at least the level of detail that they are at the moment in the demo. But actually, if you go back to some very early screenshots of this game, over a year ago now, it is quite astonishing how much it has changed even in that time. Because you don't usually expect games to look different, by too much at least, between the initial photos and the final thing. But this game I would definitely say is an exception. I mean, it was already pushed back by a year. It was initially supposed to be released around January 2017, and then they actually changed the name to Pure Farming 2018 and moved it back to January 2018. So clearly, I don't know, they probably thought, let's just give ourselves another year to make this a really good game instead of rushing it. I don't know for sure, but I'm just guessing. And it would make perfect sense as well. Anyway, I think we're going to have to check this to see exactly how we empty. So it's telling us about how to change machines, I suppose. It says the harvested wheat needs to be transported to the granary. Switch to the tractor parked next to the granary and go back to standard mode by pressing number 2 to exit the machine, which I've already done. So yeah, let's run over to it. We can tab to the tractor if we want to. Let's go and have a closer look at this straw. Actually, I'd say it looks very similar to FS. Okay, so yep, this is our tractor. It looks like quite a big tractor actually. The Zeta Crystal 160, that is quite a big tractor. Is it 160 horsepower? And yep, the joys of the Metaltech trailer. It's just the reversing of it I don't like, but the trailer itself is quite nice. Right. Okay, so if we get close enough and aligned, it doesn't just let you go up to it and then just attach. You have to be close enough. And now we can fill the trailer with the crops. I'm assuming it has now given us a piece of information on the tablet regarding how to actually put the auger out, since all of the controls are set for console for some reason. I'm not too sure why. But thankfully it does tell us the keyboard controls on the tablet itself. There we go. So if I jump out, we need to... what do we need to do actually? It does say get back in the tractor, but here we go. Transferring crops. Hello farmer. With the trailer attached, position yourself next to the combine and stop on the side of the grain discharge pipe. Change to the combine and switch to the front device mode by pressing number 1 and then press X to unload the 3,200 kilograms of crops. And you can also change to camera mode by pressing C. Right. Okay, so if I get back into here, then press number 1 and then press X. And there it is, unloading. I don't know if we have to stay in the combine harvester or if we can jump out, but there we go, it's done anyway. And storing crops. It is now time to transport the crops to the warehouse. Drive the tractor and trailer onto the ramp and stop in the area shown by the ghost. Press 2 to switch to the rear device mode and press F to dump the wheat from the trailer. So do we have to put this back in? I think we do. Press number 1 or 2 again. Jump out, and we need to now get into the tractor, which is just over here. There we go. Thought I couldn't do it then. Okay, so I'm going to go back in cav view. This is just to show you how the field of view does need to be adjusted. You can basically see that we are just really zoomed in. We need to be sitting a bit further back away from the windscreen. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be a bit uncomfortable. Now, interestingly, in this demo for the USA, we actually have no money at all. Whereas I think it was the Italian one, we started off with 5,000 euros. Not that it matters, just an observation. Right, okay, so go back onto here. Press number 2, then press F, okay. And there it goes. This is going into storage, remember, so we're not actually getting any money for that. Task completed. And is that everything for the USA? I think it was. So short and sweet, certainly, but at least we've now seen the combine harvesting, which is something I was looking forward to seeing. And yeah, we get the usual little trail here where it shows us what else there is. By the way, the Germany map, I think you only get if you pre-order. So I would certainly advise getting the pre-ordered edition if you are going to get the game. And there is some other piece of machinery, olive harvesting and rice harvesting. Looking forward to seeing that. Anyway, that's it for this episode. The final episode will be out very soon. So until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.